Hey, Alex.
Hey, Signy.
Hey. How's the connection for you?
It sounds good.
Okay, good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
can you chat right now or no?
Yeah, let's do it. So I'm Amy. We'll introduce ourselves, but I'm Amy. Delaney.
Hi, Amy. Hi, Delaney. And you're part of.
Okay.
Did I say? Do I say your name right, Signy?
Signy, yes. Cigarette and me.
But are you a smoker? Are y'all smokers?
No, I would have never smoked. But it's the easiest way to describe the pronunciation.
Well, I like it. So we'll get to like where you came up with that later on. But so just to start off, what kind of got you into music? Like what did you listen to when you guys were younger?
Well, for me, I always listened to, like, my mom would listen to, like, John Denver.
John Denver?
Like, stuff like Stevie Nicks, John Denver, Jimmy Buffett. My mom was super into Jimmy Buffett. But I hated that stuff. I mean, I don't mind it now as much, but, like, I love John Denver as a songwriter. But my mom always listened to Dolly Parton, Delaney. My mom always listened to Dolly Parton, but I grew up a lot on Dolly Parton, that sort of old country stuff. Yeah, but my mom was also really into Simon and Garfunkel and, like, the Beatles. Yeah, so was my mom. And so
Very eclectic taste. You have not just a one-trick pony. It's not just country, John Denver.
No. And, like, for me, I got into jazz. Like, still love jazz, but I got really into jazz singers. Like, Billie Holiday was my favorite. Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald. And so I would say that's one of my main influences. My other main influence is Janis Joplin. So Billie Holiday and Janis Joplin are my main influences, just because they had these super raw voices that they didn't sound trained at all, and they were
very powerful.
Also, like they would sound one way for a note and then completely different for the next note, and I really appreciated that. There's so much emotion.
Definitely, they have a lot of a range.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to listen to jazz music or the Beatles until I was in college.
Are you serious? Why?
Because I studied opera since I was like 9, and my parents thought the Beatles sang out of tune, so they wouldn't let me listen to them. And my mom and dad just thought jazz music was musicians masturbating. So.
Did you tell them like, hey, do you know who the Beatles like really are? I mean, I know you think they don't sing in key, but it's more than that. It's more than just singing in tune.
They were really great songwriters. What about that?
Exactly. Yeah. That's awesome. So so what was the first song that you ever heard that made you wanna that you thought to yourself like, man, you know what? I really want to be like you said, an opera singer, or you want to be like Janis Joplin, or you wanted to be, I don't know, if you're listening to punk rock earlier in the days, or if you're listening to, like you said, you're listening to Stevie Nicks, so a lot of Fleetwood Mac and stuff like that. So what song, can you pinpoint a specific song that you heard that made you go, you know what, this is what I need to do. This is my thing.
Yeah, I mean, this is Amy again. I don't think I can point to a particular song. I just always loved music from the time I was a little kid. It just seems like the most authentic thing in the world to me. Just that free expression. Yeah, similar for me too. I mean, I always wanted to be a singer. I think it wasn't a song. It was a performance for me. Like my first performance, I was 4, and I was like, that's what I want to do, and I did nothing else.
So what did you perform at? Like at a school play or something?
Kindergarten, in like the kindergarten school musical. I sang No It's Conscience, and I sang a song called Don't Put Off Until Tomorrow. It's called a procrastination song.
Wow.
And like, yeah.
So you were 4 years old, so did you remember all the words?
That was the only reason I got this part, was because I could remember the lyrics. Nobody else could actually remember the lyrics. And then it turns out I could actually sing, and they're like, oh, hey, bonus.
Wow. So did your parents like ever say like, hey, I'm going to send you like to, I guess, I don't know how old you guys are, and I don't want to like date y'all or anything, but like, do you know like what the Star Search is, or like America's Got Talent? Did they ever say like, hey, my daughter's got some
like
got his
like reality shows and stuff? I think they were more. Yeah, I mean, like I always did like competition stuff, but I think it was more. I didn't ever want to do that stuff. I don't know. It never really came up. I don't think.
So what do you think about those shows now? Like you guys.
So music was not like music was fine, but like that side of music was not fine. So I never was in anything like that at all. Yeah, I was in like competitions like nationally and locally, but I think I worked on shows like professionally, like in the Screen Actors Guild and stuff. So I always took it from like a more professional point of view, and to me the reality shows weren't very professional. So
like a Glee competition or something?
Huh?
Like a Glee competition or something?
I don't understand your question.
So no, a Glee. You know, like the show. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, was it those kind of competitions, or was it just a single individual?
No, individual competitions and stuff.
Wow.
But I always did
Go ahead.
I was happier working rather than just being on like a one-trick pony reality show.
Yeah, exactly. So how do you guys view those singing shows now? Like where they turn their chair around and all that bullshit. So like, what do y'all think of that? Do you think it's pretty silly?
I think it's good for people. For some people's careers, I feel really bad for most of the people because the contracts are really, really bad. And I think it's just a choice. Like we don't down on anybody that does it. We don't think that they're like less of a musician. It's honestly just a different path. There are like a million paths in the music industry, and it's just like one you can go down.
Yeah, exactly.
We always wanted more control, so that wasn't really our thinking. Yeah.
So
I went to a voice audition one time, and I felt like it was in a Kafka story. It was just like a huge room, and then like progressively smaller rooms, and then we got to this moment where we were with like a couple of people and a laptop, and it was surreal. It was so weird. I met some really great people there, but the process itself was clear. It seemed very clear that they were looking for the best story.
Yeah, that's what it would be, right? You would have to have a background, like a foster kid or a survivor of some sort of disease or something, in order to make it. Like you don't only have to have a great voice, but you have to have this backstory.
It has to be entertaining. So I imagine that if I had like thrown one of the other people in the room over a chair, like I probably but
you never know. You could have been that girl, but you'd still get noticed.
Sorry?
I said you could have done it, and you would just be known for that. But I mean, you'd still get noticed.
Yeah, but not my style. I'm like, hey, everybody, so happy we're here. You guys are all amazing. Not because I'm waiting on reality. No.
So how long have y'all been playing music?
So me, since I was 4.
4, obviously,
together,
yeah.
For like a year. Yeah. We've known each other for a while, so we've been in the same circles because we both were songwriters and played. We had similar music, I guess. I mean, it's similar enough to land us on the same bills a lot. Yeah, so we've been playing on the same bills, like 8 years maybe? Well, I don't know. Yeah, so it's been, but for me, I've just been singing forever. I don't know when it started. It's just something I've always done, but not like as professionally as Delaney, but it's just something that's always been a part of my life.
See, I mean, I've heard some stuff that you've done, and there's a ton of harmonizing. That is amazing. And then you guys obviously you've trained for that, so it's like a perfect combination for both of y'all, right? I mean,
okay, awesome. Yeah, we feel that way too. Like it was just, hey, let's make a band. Yeah, but we didn't know how it was going to sound, and then when we sat down to sing, we were like, whoa. Yeah, it was something like otherworldly. It was not for us. We were just like, we have something here that's special.
So when y'all sat down, what instruments did you use to like? Did you just use a regular piano and like hit the?
Yeah, we both play piano and other instruments, but yeah. So I would say both of our main instruments are piano. Yeah. So I mean, we write on other instruments too, but mainly write on piano.
Yeah, exactly. But you have a lot more range on a piano. Like me, if I play guitar and I've been playing for, I don't know, 18 years and I'm still not good. But like, I just feel like you would have more range using a piano. So I mean, and then for you guys to harmonize like that, that's like a perfect combination. You guys can come up with anything.
Thank you. Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, and we both feel like so much better at the band.
So did y'all play in different bands before?
We both did like our solo stuff. We both put out albums under our solo names. So we've had our own band for a long time, but then just decided to do something totally different, and it seems to be working. Yeah, it's just
obviously
more fun. Neat. I like it. I like having a partner in crime a lot. Yeah.
So okay, so let's get to the bottom of that. So you guys joined forces, and then you came up with the name Signy. How did that come about? SIG and
Signy is a Norse legend about two heroines in different legends with the same name. And so when we were searching for a band name, the first name we came up with was already a Korean K-pop band. So we couldn't use that. And for whatever reason, we were just really drawn to the Norse mythology. And then we came across Signy, and it was just perfect. I mean, those legends are really tragic, so not so much for that, but just in the sense that everything we do is symmetrical, and our stage setup is symmetrical, the play is symmetrical, so it was very like twin-like. And that we've been doing our own thing, so it was like we were in separate legends, and then there was this cohesion as we came together. So it just felt like the perfect name.
So that's awesome. I mean, like for me, like coming up with band names, I think I would just wake up one morning and be like, I think putting this word together, like I came up with one that's called I'm Your Density, and I just took it from a line from a movie. So yours is way more thought out than whatever I came up with.
We did a lot of things like that, but start to like generate the ideas because we didn't know what we wanted to call it at all. Yeah, we brainstormed for a while. Yeah. Like we did this. We went online and did like name generators. Yeah, actually really fun. You just totally
Or you can do that thing where it's like if you to find like your.
And you'll have a great time laughing at them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what were your other ones that you came up with?
The first one, the K-pop one.
Yeah.
Kara.
Kara.
There's also another mythology character. Yeah, it's like the Norse goddess of the storm or something.
That's awesome.
But Signy was like, so we were bummed. We were really bummed when we found out that we could use Kara, but then when we found Signy, we were like, oh, that's why we didn't get that other name.
Because it's taken. So who would you compare your music to? The stuff that you.
I think it's like a mixture of Sia meets Massive Attack. So modern like pop with really big vocals, but also like that trip hop element.
You with a lot of Moog and synthesizer, right?
Yeah, like we use our Nords and Ink Place Moog, and yeah.
So, I mean...
And we run a lot of tracks and beats when we're live through Ableton.
So, when you guys are performing, like, is it just you two on stage? Or do you have like a band? Oh, that's awesome. So you bring your...
Yeah, us with our Nords, and then running Ableton, and then doing live looping and that sort of thing.
Wow. So, okay, so I'll get to like the touring and later. But so whenever you're making music, where do you draw your inspiration and your influences from? Like, is there...
I think each other. I think we have each other. We bounce each other's ideas off of each other a lot. And there's always, I don't know, as a musician, I'm sure you know, like, there's always a band that you're into in the moment.
Right.
Like, for me, that's just all the time. Like, my attention span's really short. So, like, I actually have to be like, oh, wait, who am I into right now? Yeah, you know, because there's so much and it comes so fast, and then you're just like, there's so much music.
But that's kind of good, having your short attention span, so that way it won't completely take over your own song. You know what I mean?
Wait, sorry, I was talking at the same time. What did you say?
Sorry, I'm saying you having a short attention span. I mean, it's actually a good thing. It works in your favor because you won't completely rip off like a song that you've been jamming out to for a while, right?
And when we're writing, we try not to listen to anything, so we can just write more. Yeah. Yeah, writing is a totally different process. And what's great about our process is that it's very collaborative. So we shoot things back and forth. We tend not to write in the same room that much, but although we do, but we shoot things back and forth, and it just works really well for us because we can each put our stamp on it. Yeah, there's some of both of us in each song.
That's good, because I mean, having a collaborative partner is pretty essential in making some pretty good music. But then there are some bands out there that live in different states and different area codes and all that crap, and then they'll just send stuff by what is it, like Dropbox or something like that. Have you all done something like that where you're out doing like in another city or something, you have an idea and you'll send a link?
Maybe just voice memo. It's like a voice memo, and then the other one will sort of elaborate, and then we'll come together eventually and flesh it out together and find the harmonies and that kind of thing. Although we do find harmonies in virtually too, like because we don't live together, so whenever one of us has an idea, we just shoot it to the other one, and the other one will play with it, shoot it back, and that's our main process. Although we have written songs together in the same room too, but
you have your own jam space?
We do, yeah. Got it. My house, we just converted one of the rooms. Yeah. So it's awesome. We're putting up mirrors today, actually.
So are y'all working on new material, or are you trying to perfect some material, or what's going on there?
We just finished an album. It won't be out until next year, so it's amazing. We're super proud of it. So yeah, we're already on to writing the next one. Already? Yeah. Because we're waiting, and we're doing things to gear up for the release, but we want to be ready to go. Record the next album when we release that one again. It's like you don't want to have to wait and like whenever we have a song idea, we just like to follow it and complete it. Some songs don't get completed, but just see what's in there.
So you said your album's coming out next year. Is there like a specific date or anything, or do you have any singles or anything coming out soon?
It's not really it's set in stone right now. They're coming up with a good marketing plan for us. I believe we'll have about 3 singles out before the album, and I think they're planning on releasing it in March, but it's just a tentative date right now. Yeah.
Wow. So how does that recording process work for you guys? Like, do you record, because you're from Austin? Y'all live in Austin, correct?
We live in Austin right now, yeah.
So do you record there? Is there a recording studio there, or do you go to LA or Nashville or New York or any of the bigger cities like that? I mean, not bigger than Austin, but
Yeah, so
comparable.
we went to LA to record with Joshua Bartholomew, who Jim and his wife Lisa Harrington wrote the theme song to the Lego movie, the Everything is Awesome, and
I fucking love that song.
yeah, yeah.
And I hear it at least twice a week. Not only that, because I have a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, but we also have like the Lego Dimensions and everything like that. So it's constantly on on repeat. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, she's been like my best friend. She's been my best friend for a long time, and so I couldn't imagine working with anyone else. So we, sent him the songs ahead of time, and then we went out there to track everything and did it in like a week and came back.
How you did the whole recording process in a week?
Yep.
Wow, that's impressive. Usually, isn't it supposed to like take like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month? Well, I guess it just really depends. But
no, if you plan it right, it shouldn't take long at all.
Right, because you were already prepared for that.
Yeah, we wrote all the songs beforehand, and we knew we couldn't stay very long, so we had to, we just basically booked as much time as we could, as we knew we'd need to do vocals and to, different track stuff, and then that was it. Yeah.
So then that's you're probably like one of the better bands to
was already done at that point.
Yeah, so you guys already being prepared, like you're probably like a producer's like dream, right? Because you don't have to like work too hard to like.
Yeah, I hope so, but you never know.
Well, maybe.
He'll make one of the best friends, so he doesn't hate me, so that's a good sign.
Well, he obviously liked it, so he took on the job already. But you know what I mean? Like they don't have to work too hard to like scratch a song or scrap anything, or were there any scraps songs that you guys are carrying over to the a new album?
Yeah, that's before we went to the studio. Yeah, but once we recorded them, no, they all stayed for the album. Yeah.
Oh.
We just like to pick it first. We write more songs, obviously, than we take into the studio, but it's intuitive. I think, at least for me, it's very intuitive. It's like some songs are just not. They're just not there. They're not what you want to record, and others are.
So basically no second guessing yourself.
It's about finding what the song wants to. Like there was one particular song that we tried to change, like the tempo and everything, and we were just like, oh, we can't. The song wants to be a 3/4. It's not going to 4/4. No way.
Well, wouldn't that be more difficult if you're trying to even change keys?
No, yeah, keys for us too, because we're.
Well, you had that vocal range.
Yeah, they're just kind of what they are.
So you guys recorded, and how long ago was that?
I don't actually remember. What was the question? I didn't hear it.
What was it?
Well, let's see. Because we recorded our EP first, and that was like a year ago, and then we just did the rest of it. And
so is that EP available?
It's so much, man. It's like we're so busy. Like we do so many things. It's like after it's over. No, it was. I don't remember.
Well, that's a good thing. If you're that busy and you're working on your music and all your stuff, I mean that's a good thing. Don't worry about it. So are you guys touring or anything? Working on any?
We are going to very shortly. Yeah. Yeah. Playing shows right now and then tours. We just got signed by a big booking agency, so we'll be touring soon. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. And so you'll be able to find out like tour dates and everything like that, like or who you're going to be on the stage with, who you're sharing the stage with.
Yeah, we'll know more about that soon. Everything we're in the middle of our booking agency in the middle of that. We'll be starting to play more in October, November. Yeah, and through the end of the year.
All right, looking forward to it. So you guys y'all are in Austin, and you're an all-girl band, a very powerful girl band. So is it competitive being there in Austin? I mean, it's competitive anyway, but is it even tougher being that you're girls and most of the friggin' industry or rock whatever is flooded with just testosterone everywhere. Do you find it that it's a little bit more difficult trying to get gigs, or do they treat you or is it the complete opposite? Like, do they treat you even better?
No, I mean, we don't notice that. We definitely don't feel like we're in competition with other women. Our whole philosophy is that women are already fighting against themselves too much, and it's our job to build other women up rather than tear them down. I think the competition between women is really starting to turn the tide. It's not really it shouldn't be, and it's starting to not be as much of a thing anymore.
Right. It's more about collaboration for us. Like, we want to work, if we meet someone that we really like, we just want to work with them, and we want to do things together that we love. And so, we just don't feel that much. I don't feel it.
I think the only time that women feel like they're women is when they ask other women themselves. If we're not, we don't put that vibe out, so we don't really get it in return.
Yeah, I mean, like Delaney said, there's a whole new movement of women coming to create amazing things, and that's more what we're aligned with than the other.
Yeah.
So
just being positive.
There's badass bitches, man. Like, there's so many badass. I don't know if I can.
Oh, you can. You're fine.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on. It's pretty powerful. Yeah.
Well, good. Stay ahead of that curve. That's it. So, what are your goals in being in this band? Like, did you guys set out and say, "Hey, look, this is what we want to do. I want to tour. I want to put out albums like crazy. I want to, be one of the bigger bands that you've heard of," or did you set out to be just kind of a local band, and if it gets big, it gets big. If not, I mean, because you know what I mean. It's everybody has a different take on being in a band.
Yeah. Now we have a specific goal in mind before we even started this project. We knew what we wanted, what we were going to do, and so far we've followed our gut, and it's all happened. So we're going to just keep doing that.
Well, that's easy. Can you share a goal or is it just whatever's happening right now? That was your goal of being on a label, and
we wanted to get a record deal. Yeah, because we had done DIY for a long time, and we just wanted more of a team behind us. And it's not like we're not like trying to get famous or anything. We want to make wonderful music that's inspiring and fun and all of that. So it's more about that for us. Of course, we want to be on the road. We want to be touring. We want to be. Yeah. We really want to go overseas. Like, we're hoping to go to the UK next year and Japan. But
that'd be awesome.
Ultimately, like, if we make music that connects with people, then that will take care of itself. So that's more what it's about. Just like making music that we love, that other people also love.
Well, I mean, it seems to be working out. I follow you guys on Instagram, and y'all are very positive people, and I love it. So where do y'all get all these sayings and all your quotes, your memes, or whatever you want to call them? I mean, who wakes up and does that? Is that like a team thing?
Yeah, I think everything we do is a group effort, kind of like bouncing off each other, and then when one person is, really busy, the other person takes over, and vice versa. So it's definitely a team effort.
So,
but in terms of like that, that's who we are, like that.
You seem very funny, outgoing, silly, gregarious. It's awesome. Rainbows and ponies. I mean, like, you're like my
rainbows and ponies peeing on things. That's
rainbows, ponies, and glitter. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So, other than being in a band, like, do you guys, what would you guys see yourself doing? Like, where would you want your career path to go?
I mean, I own a creative consulting agency, so I do that full time as well. And it's great because I can do it while I'm on the road. But I work with other artists to help them with branding and graphic design, websites, visuals, that sort of thing. So my company is called CXA. So I love doing it. It's great.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And what about you, Delaney?
Amy,
sorry, Amy.
I couldn't hear the question. Well, I'm having a little hard time hearing.
Sorry. So,
what else do I want to do?
yeah, like other than being in a band, like what could you see yourself doing?
I could see myself being a writer. I love writing. Writer, artist, crazy person. Like I definitely want to be an artist no matter what. Like just that's what's in my blood. I take whatever day job I can. Right now I manage a retail store. But I've done all kinds of different gigs to be able to do my music. So right now I'm in the process of like seeing what I can do to transition to more virtual work.
So how's that going to work whenever you start touring and start doing your bigger gigs? Are you guys just going to throw in the towel for the whole, I don't feel like doing a 9-to-5 bullshit anymore. It's just... All right, so, okay, sorry. All right, I got you back.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no, I can hear y'all now.
Okay.
Okay, so what I was asking was, so with your tour that's going to be coming up hopefully pretty soon, how's that going to work for your job? Are you guys just going to throw in a towel? No more 9-to-5?
Well, for me, like for shorter tours, I should be fine. But once we start booking longer tours, I'm gonna have to find something alternative. But at that point, we'll be ready.
At that point, you won't care.
Sorry?
I said at that point, you won't care about the job.
Well, yeah, at that point, I mean, when we're doing music that much, it just won't. I will just have to figure it out. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, anything that you want to do at a certain point, you have to just figure out how to make it happen full time. Even if that means like moving into my car, like I don't know, you know. So I'm not really thinking that. I'm just what I tend to do is I think I've been planning what I might be able to do and trying to set it up as best as I can, but you know, just going towards the goal and whatever happens. Yeah.
So do you guys have like a family, like significant others that they're gonna plan on taking with y'all or anything like that?
No, it's just, I mean, we're family. Yeah.
That's perfect. That's easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, enough with the. I mean, I like getting to know you guys, but I want to get to like really know you. Okay. So, first of all, why did you agree to do this podcast?
Well, we can awesome, and we figured we want to chat with you. And
It's been a while. I've been trying to get you on for a while, but the schedules are conflicting, obviously.
yeah, hopefully it happens.
So, what do you guys think is the most underrated band in y'all's opinion?
The most overrated, or?
But overrated or underrated, either one is good.
Yeah, I mean, underrated for me would be Manchester Orchestra. That's my favorite band.
That guy is such a good singer. What is his name? Andy Hurley? Is that what his name? Or
yeah,
no?
Andy Hall.
Andy Hall.
Andy Hall.
That dude is amazing.
Yeah, so I think that would be my favorite, like most underrated. I don't really like to say overrated though, because I don't want to put anybody down.
Okay, or you can put bands that are no longer rocking out anymore. You can do it that way. Like, are you more of a Beatle? Are you more of a Beatles or an Elvis? Like, what's that?
I'd say Beatles probably over what?
I'm saying, who would you pick, Beatles or Elvis?
Oh, Beatles for sure.
All right, so what are y'all into right now? What are you streaming? Like any Netflix or Hulu shows?
Yeah, we're really into Stranger Things. Yeah, just finished that. Also, I'm watching The Leftovers again, and I'm watching the new season of Narcos.
Narcos.
Oh, I got through like the first 5 episodes of Narcos, and I kind of just forgot about it. Not on purpose. It's just I had a bunch of crap going on, and I haven't gone back to it. But I need to because that second season just came out. But Stranger Things is fucking amazing. Like,
yeah, it's like revolutionary television for sure.
The way they dress reminds me of the way I dress back in the day, or still kind of dress like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are 2 very good shows. And so, what would you say is your most like favorite movie or TV show of all time, if you had to pick one?
So for me, like number 1 is Lost, 6 Feet Under, Battlestar Galactica, Arrested Development, and South Park.
Man, that is so good.
I don't know, man.
You got good taste in TV shows.
Happy Star Trek Day.
Is that today?
Today's 5th year.
I wasn't a big Star Trek fan. I couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I guess it's right on my alley. I couldn't get into it. Doesn't make any sense to me.
You just gotta go for it.
Right? You just gotta just plunge right in.
Just dive in deep.
What's your favorite cereal?
Favorite what?
Cereal.
Yeah, sorry.
Your what's your favorite cereal? Your morning cereal? Like, is it Pops?
Oh, we're gonna eat cereal. We can't digest most things, and I don't know how to stop this. But I could say like I make a cereal with chia seeds and hemp seeds and like almond milk, and then like a little bit of whatever fruit. So that is like my cereal.
I literally just finished that shake just right before I called you.
It's so good. It's so good.
It fills me up for the rest of the day.
Cereal, like, no more cereal for Amy or Delaney. Like, we'll just be sick writhing on the floor in pain. So. I mean, sometimes you want that, but
it's every once in a while is a good bowl of Fruity Pebbles does it for me. So, if you guys ever go karaokeing, what is your go-to song?
I sing Celine Dion's All By Myself just so I can hear the hi-hat. And I drop the mic and walk away.
What, the Titanic?
Yeah, I don't really care for karaoke. I feel like when I go to Japan, I will do karaoke.
But you have to do it, right?
So then I don't know. I like watching people do karaoke though, because I just feel like people that are doing karaoke feel so free, and they're just like, they just seem like fully themselves in that moment.
I put on a full show. My go-to song is Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
Oh, nice.
And I do the air drums, I do the air guitar. I'm a complete one-man band. It's pretty awesome. Whenever you're in San Antonio, you gotta check it out.
Yeah.
So, last question. Would you rather lose all your contacts on your phone or not have coffee ever again?
Oh, contact.
What'd you say? You lose your contacts?
Contacts. We would lose our contacts on our phone. Yeah.
And just go back to the regular snail mail. You'll be fine.
Yeah, well, you know.
So, is there anything you guys want to share with your fans and my listeners? Anything that you want to get off your chest?
No, just like I think what we always like our main thing is like do you know be yourself as much as you can, even if it's not well received. Yep, you're gonna feel so much better.
And definitely, and to be inspired almost daily, it's to follow you on Instagram and Twitter at Are Signy.
Yeah, everything is Are Signy. AreSigny.com. I have a mailing list so they can know when everything's coming out, all the shows and everything.
Yeah, and you also have a little video there too, like for like a upcoming album coming out, and then
there's a little sneak peek.
Yeah, it's very cool looking, and then you have a track up there too. What's the name of it? Okay, good. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on, and I know you guys are extremely busy, but I really appreciate you taking this time to chat up with me.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for having us. We had a good time.
Yeah, and then next time you're going to be in San Antonio, let me know, and we'll hang out and we can go karaokeing. Even though you don't like it.
We're supposed to play it there, Stan. Yeah, so we'll let you know.
Perfect.
When everything gets finalized, then maybe we'll come catch your karaoke show.
All right. Good luck on everything. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes. Is it teaser? And so I was outside drinking a beer, and then I happened to look up to my roof, just, I don't know why, but I noticed that there was this big fucking glob. It was a spider up on the...
That's not how I heard the story.
What do you mean? How'd you hear it?
I heard the story like this. So my wife was taking the trash out.
Oh, right. Okay, that was like a few days before, too. So my wife was taking the trash out, and as she was taking the trash out around the back, so I guess some spider web or something like flew across her face and landed on her, and so she screamed and threw all the trash down in the backyard and then ran inside and said, "Hey, you need to get..."
Wait, she just threw all the trash in the backyard?
Yeah. She didn't even make it to the...
She said, "Hey, you." And Ben was like, "What, Mommy?" And she was like,
"Go tell your dad.
"Go tell your dad."
No, and then she told me, she was like, "You need to go check this out," because there was the biggest spider web. I was like, that's a pretty big spider web, like, to just be fucking flying around there. And you weren't near a tree or anything like that. She's like, "No." And she was like, "Go check it out." And I go, "Okay, I'll go check it out." And I never did because I'm awesome. Husband of the year. And so,
well, clearly you're husband of the year if your wife was taking out the trash.
Well, that makes it times 2.
Oh, it's more than 2, my friend.
And so, I never checked. I never went to go check it out. I never went searching for it.
So is your backyard still just littered with the garbage that she...
No. Actually, yeah. She hasn't picked it up yet.
Ben took care of it.
No, she hasn't picked it up yet. No, I picked it up. But anyway, so fast forward a couple days, I was outside celebrating the Cowboys win, and so I looked up and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And it's a huge ass spider, like a big ass one. And if I could see it from, it was like 2 stories. You know,
that's what my wife said. She goes, "How could they fucking see it from there?"
Because it's like, that big. It really was. Did you could see it?
I saw it.
Then was I blowing smoke? Was I saying, like, did I make it seem bigger than it really was?
You could say.
Yeah. Okay.
You did.
What did you think? I knew it wasn't.
I mean, much like when you meet Sylvester Stallone in person, you're like, so you bigger. Like when I got there to your house.
Wait, so the size of its body, the belly, was about the size. You know how when you play like
Pogs?
Oh, Pogs, yeah.
Hey, I found out what that stands for. Do you know what that stands for?
Point of girth. Right?
Yes.
Point of girths.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's plural.
Good job.
That's a lot of traffic.
Well, it is 5:30.
Well, why'd you pick me up so late?
Oh my god.
It was fucking 5:10 when I looked outside and you were there. It's supposed to be 5:08.
Oh, my bad.
So anyway, okay, what does POG stand for?
Passion, orange, guava.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Because when they first came out, they were in Hawaii and they were the tops. They were the lid for a passion orange guava juice that was real popular in Hawaii. And so they had all kinds of different shits on them, and then the kids would just play with those lids, and then they just started...
So they ripped off this...
Well, I mean,
company?
It was that company that started doing it, making pogs. Isn't that crazy? Passion orange guava.
Is this like that stupid story you told me about how that one band got their name, and it was from their drunkard night taking a piss in a urinal? What is it? American what?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You told me this. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No? Anyway, So the size of this fucking spider body was about this, maybe not as quite as big as a pog. It was probably just a little bit smaller. You know, like when you play the jacks, like when you hit the rubber ball that it comes with. Yeah. It was probably about
super bouncy.
Yeah, it was probably a little bit bigger than that. So that's pretty fucking big.
Let's say American change, like a penny.
No,
like a dime.
No, you're going back. You're going backwards.
Going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh, like what would you say?
I would say
like a
silver dollar.
Quarter? Oh, half silver dollar.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Wait. That's just as big as a pog.
Yeah. Wait. No, a silver dollar.
Wait. Didn't we talk about this? A Sacagawea.
A second. Yeah, that's the same size as a quarter.
No, it's not.
Slightly.
Okay. Well, let's go with that. Let's go with the Sacagawea again.
Okay.
And so what I did is I called Steve and I was like, "Hey, Steve, what are you doing? Nothing? Cool. You're out walking your cats per usual."
Per usual.
And you said, "Yeah. Why? What do you need?" And then, with no shit, I really heard cats purring in the background.
Meowing.
They don't purr. What?
It's hard to hear a purr.
Oh no, not with this one because you were rubbing it like in all the right places. So I was like, "Hey, what are you doing? You want to come help me get on a roof?"
And I was like, "I'm holding Mr. Bigglesworth.
Fight a spider?" And you said no, and I was like, "Okay, well, fuck you then. We're not friends." But then you were the nicest guy and texted me and said, "Hey, I'm on my way." Like 10 minutes later.
Wasn't me, man.
And so you got there, and so I was like, "Okay,
I told you why I showed up.
I'm taking off. I'm gonna go climb the stairway to heaven."
You, and Sean goes, "Who was that?" I said, "Alex." She goes, "What do you want?" I said, "He wanted me to come help him kill a spider." She goes, "What?" I said, "He
wanted me to come help him kill a spider?"
And then she goes,
you said it with a question mark at the end?
She goes, "Does he know he called you?" And I was like, "Yeah." That's funny.
You did.
See, that's funny because I used to
take that.
I used to have my son kill all the spiders at my house.
You fucking pussy.
What? I waited till he was like 8 before I started making him do all that shit.
Before you started pushing him towards it.
And
how about scorpions as well?
We don't have scorpions.
What?
I've never had a scorpion. I'll take that back.
You know what? Just because you said
I've
that.
had one scorpion in my house. That's right, once. One time ever. We moved.
You put the house on. Well, you didn't fucking sell. You just moved.
We didn't lock the door. We just left.
We're leaving. Bye.
I'm out.
And so Steve made his way.
So Sean said, "Were you gonna go?" And I go, "No."
No. Why would I do that?
I said, "I'm gonna drive 20 minutes each way so I can help this guy kill a goddamn spider."
It's 15 minutes.
It's not even inside his house.
Yeah, it's on the.
It's outside. Why the fuck would I do that?
On the top of my roof, at the very top of where the chimney is.
Top of the chimney of his 2-story house. I'm not fucking doing that. And then she just looked at me with like this disappointed look on her face, and she goes, "You're not a very good friend."
That's what I said.
So then I texted you that I was on my way,
and I could hear your tone in your text. I'm on my way.
I hope so. I was like, sigh, like this.
No, I heard it.
Oh, did you hear it?
And so you got there, and I was like, okay, cool. I had already set the ladder out on the side of the house, and you were like, why is
it upside down?
Yeah, why is it upside down and backwards?
Why is this backwards? I don't understand.
It really was, right?
Yes.
That was the fucking weirdest thing. And it was laid over a bunch of rose bushes.
Uh-huh.
So I couldn't have made it even more difficult for myself. And so
also, it was on the wrong side of the house for what you were doing.
Was it?
Yeah. It would have been easier to go at it from the back. Remember when we were in the backyard and you were like, "See it right there?" And I was like, "So why is the ladder in the front?"
Yeah, and I said because it was a better angle.
It wasn't.
You know, thinking about it now, I probably would have had a shorter. I think I did.
It would have been much shorter. It's like half.
No.
And there wouldn't have been all these different levels that you had to go.
I really did have to go.
You had to traverse all kinds of different levels and peaks and valleys and shit on your roof.
I didn't do it on. I mean, anyway.
That photo is you tweeted it, right?
I tweeted it and I put it on Instagram and so the time of day that I got up there, it was probably about what, like 11 o'clock, 11:30?
Oh, you're out of your mind. It was 1.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it was late.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was late in the afternoon.
Is that why it was so hot?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fucking hot.
Anyway,
actually.
I tore off the top layers of my skin of my hands, the inside of my forearms, and the insides of my thighs and knees.
That sounds fucking gay. The insides of your thighs and knees are all scraped up.
Well, I was fucking... I don't know how to explain it. Like, I was just like... You know, if you're going to try to hug a tree, like a tree hugger, and try to just, I don't know, grope it or something, just hug it. Just grasp for dear life. If you're falling and you're going to grab a tree, that's the only thing you can grab onto. That's how you're going to hold on to it. That's how I was holding on to my roof.
Remember when you said you had...
And I yelled...
You told me to text you the picture?
Yeah.
And so, like, when I said I'm on my way, that was at 12:04.
Oh, shit.
So then when I was already back home and you said, text me that picture, that was at 3:15. So
how long did that whole thing take for me to go, oh? So I got up there, like, very slowly, and I started spraying, but there's, obviously, the higher you get in elevation, the more wind there is. So whenever I was spraying, the spray was flying back in my eyes. I never told you that part. It was flying back in my eyes.
I was watching.
You saw the mist.
I was watching. I could not stop laughing.
I was like, Steve, am I doing it right? And then you didn't respond. You just stared at me with your mouth open.
It was the greatest thing
I was like,
I've
Steve,
ever seen.
am I doing this right? And you just...
Do you see that over there where it says Capoeira?
Yeah.
I do their windows.
Do you do them like that? The way you said it. It's capoeira, bitch.
I have a key.
You have a key?
And the alarm codes and all that.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that weird?
Let's make a Yui. I'm going to do breakdancing. That's a nice car. Anyway, so after I made it all the way up there, I sprayed and I emptied the bottle.
It was so funny. You sprayed and then you go, shit. And I go, did you run out? You go, yeah. I said, cool, I brought another one just in case.
Because you fucking...
You go, did you for real? And I go, yeah. So I went and got you one, and then you go, so do I gotta come down there? And I go, and you had already started coming?
And you're like, yeah, you do.
And
well,
I
had to get down a little
bit. I go, well, only just like halfway, and then you got halfway, and I threw it to you, and...
you had the shittiest throw ever.
Sure. And you didn't catch it?
No, it didn't even make it to me.
You're fucking crazy.
It did not make it to me.
Really? Did you touch it?
How could I have touched it?
Oh, because
if I would have touched anything, I would have caught it.
Oh.
Have you seen these mitts? These are fucking man mitts.
So then you shimmied back up there
very slowly like a baby. I think the part that hurt the most was coming down, because like I was like sliding down like very slowly.
Yes, you were.
But then my shirt kept coming up, so I kept rubbing my belly, and it was like fucking hot as shit. And so every probably like 3 seconds, all I remember saying was "ow, ow, ow," and like it's fucking hot, dude.
That's not true. You were saying other things. You were saying shit. This is fucking hot. Ow, shit.
And then anyway, after I got that second can from Steve Dave,
look, that guy's been there for hours. Oh, he's not there.
The guy with the Clemson pole?
Oh, I thought he was there. Weird. But anyways.
And so finally I knocked the shit out of him with the second can, the spider, and he flew off down the other side of the roof.
And died.
And I was like, cool.
That's right. He went over the other side.
Yeah. And I go, cool. I'm going to start coming down now. And then by this time, my wife and my 4-year-old son were down there watching me make a fool out of myself. I was not a man at that moment.
To be fair, in your wife's eyes, you probably had a halo and a crown on while you were doing all that.
And red the entire time. Anyway, and so I was like, you know what? I'm coming down now. I sprayed the spider. I knocked over its nest. Sprayed the shit out of it.
Nest.
It was a nest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Arachnophobia?
Sure.
It's like that. And so I threw the can down, and then I looked, and it started fucking crawling after me. No shit. After I had already threw the half-filled bottle of spray can Yeah, it was shitty. But I cursed at it. I said some very mean things to it. I called it the C word. I called it... Watch out for this idiot behind me. Which idiot? You talking about me or you? You pointed to yourself. Apparently it's me. Anyway, I got him. I got Spider.
How did you get him if he was crawling at you and you were defenseless?
I told you, I screamed, I shouted obscenities at him. I said your mom is a goat blower.
Your mom's a snow blower? Like the,
No, goat blower.
Like, the black canary? You just screamed at it and it died? It's a comic book thing.
Right, but why? Is that coming out or something? Is that why you're trying to make it relevant?
No. You just said you killed it with words.
Yeah, with harshness. Sticks and stones.
Mr. Angry Eyes?
I gave him Mr. Angry Eyes. Anyway, that was fucking fun. And the entire time he just laughed at me. Oh, and then while I got inside...
Yeah, this is the best part. This is my favorite part.
That was fucking hilarious.
All right, go ahead.
And so I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And I was like, no. Like, fuck. My hands were like raw. Look, you saw them, right? They were pretty fucking raw.
I did see them.
It hurt you to the touch. Anyway, and so I'm cleaning myself off of like the gravel, like the, what are they called?
You can call it
the shingles.
if you want.
Well,
It's asphalt. It's asphalt.
It's asphalt, right? So those little baby rocks were like stuck inside my skin, so it hurt. Look at that guy texting and driving. Anyway, and so I'm cleaning myself off, and then Steve's like, so this other TV you got in this living room, what's it for? And my wife goes, are you still here?
No, that's not what happened. I mean, that did happen, but not in that order. This is the way it happened. I was like, she said, baby, are you alright? And you were like, no. And I was still giggly.
Oh yeah, you were laughing the entire time.
And
you laughed.
Your wife goes, wait, I thought you were a window washer. And I was like, I am. And you go, why didn't you do it? And I was like, well, by the time I even had the door closed, he was up on the ladder.
That's not true.
He wanted to do it. And then she goes, why are you still here? And then you started laughing, and she didn't.
What's funny is that she left, and then I started laughing, and then she goes, did you really leave? Like, started laughing, and I was like, yeah. And he goes, and then she goes, pussy.
She wanted me to leave. What? I left.
Oh man, that was fucking hilarious. That was shit. That was shitty.
That was fantastic. Next time I'll do it.
I hope there's not a next time.
There will be.
Wait, what? How do you know?
What? Nothing. No reason. I didn't plant that up there.
The Arachnostethicus. It was after me, man.
Yeah, I'll do it next time. Because, goddamn, that was funny.
But the thing is, the fucked up part is that Steve Dave does, like, he walks in rooms all the time. He's like a voyeur.
Oh my gosh, I was talking to Sean, and she goes, why didn't you do it? I go, why the fuck does everybody keep asking me that? He got up there, he wanted to do it. And then,
well, then why didn't you go, hey, we're good friends, let me do it. I do this all the time.
She goes, so why did he want you to come over there? For moral support? I was like, yeah, and to hold the ladder.
Yeah.
She goes, well, you said you were laughing at it the whole time. I go, yeah. She goes, I wasn't very supportive.
Right, but I held the ladder. I did one of two things.
I did hold the ladder.
I did one of two things.
And I said, I go, he looked so ridiculous crawling around on that roof. And she goes, well, what the fuck? I mean, who crawls around on roofs?
Yeah, for a living.
And I go, I do. And she goes, you don't. And I go, yeah, I do. She goes, why would you ever be on a roof? To clean windows? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, oh my God, Steve. As if I didn't think that you being on ladders was dangerous enough.
So you got in trouble.
And I was like, oh, you're right. I was just kidding. I don't climb on roofs.
He got tickets to go see Stan did. Cares. Is that what you said? No, cares. Okay, so you got tickets to go see Yellow Card? The band Yellow Card?
I think they opened up for Coldplay when I saw Coldplay a few years ago. I think that's Snow Patrol.
That's great. Anyway, so Yellowcard is disbanding after this tour. Okay. So I think like the first stop on this last tour of theirs is San Antonio. Okay. So we got tickets for it. And then he emailed me and said, I'm so excited. Yellowcard's playing this 2-hour live show. I was like, 2 hours?
Are you going to play 4 songs over and over and over again?
I was like,
They have 2 hours of music.
that's what I thought. But I was like, I'm pretty sure they do have 2 hours, but it's not like good. You know what I mean?
They're going to play deep cuts, a couple of covers, maybe sing Happy Birthday.
The stars at night are big and bright. All right, one more time. The stars at night.
You don't know
Now, who wants to start a wave?
That's funny as shit.
And so,
How much time we got left?
And so,
Still 2 hours, huh?
you guys want to hear, what's that one song again? The
Ocean Avenue?
Yeah. That song. You guys want to hear that again? Okay, cool. Well, here it is. We have no choice.
Like to hear? Here you go. Hey, we were on the way here. Some shit happened. We wrote a song about it. Want to hear it?
And so I was like, okay, so that's a lot of time. I was like, an hour, cool. Hour and 10 minutes maybe with like the 10-minute encore. That'd be cool.
Even 90 minutes for a cool band.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then I go, but not 2 hours, man. It's just pushing it. And so he emailed me back.
Where is it? Is it like at somebody's house? Where is it?
I think it's at Double Dave's. And so he emailed me back and said, so you wouldn't want to see Alkaline Trio or Blink-182 for 2 hours? He was like, same thing. I was like, and I laughed.
That's the same thing as like Modest Yahoo.
And he's all, modest what?
What
Modest who? And so he was like, he goes, it's the same thing. And I go, okay, so let me just stop you right there, Stan. It's not Blink-182. They're not Blink-182. They're no.
Blink-182's got what, like 12 albums?
Yeah.
Who was the other one you said?
Alkaline Trio. They too have that much, probably 8 albums. I don't know. They can do 2 hours, but let's go next door to the bar. They have food trucks.
How are we gonna do interviews at a fucking food truck?
I'm sure they have benches now.
Maybe I'm down for whatever. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
But I called that place and they do have beer.
Okay, cool. And so I was like, they're not the same thing, so I couldn't see that. But you know what? Whatever. That's good. Whatever works. And then he was laughing, and then he laughed and said, I forgot what it was. Like he can see Blink-182 paved the way. Because I said, without Blink-182 Alkaline Trio, there wouldn't be a fucking Yellowcard. So,
as a matter of fact, earlier today I was listening to the Blink-182 Pandora station, and they played Yellowcard on the Blink-182 station.
Did they? Were you singing and dancing around?
No, I was
were you airplaying a violin?
Like, who is this?
Were you air violining? Air violining?
Hey, when we saw Alkaline Trio,
right,
with Blaine, right before I moved away,
yeah,
who
Newfound Glory,
Newfound Glory, and
they're
they're the ones who broke up right afterwards, right?
They didn't break up.
Oh, the drummer went to jail.
No, the guitarist was a rapist.
I thought it was a drummer.
No, he's not a rapist. He's just a child
pedophile.
Yeah,
you're right. That was a guitarist. It was the drummer for.
And scene. Who cares? What does it matter?
Yeah.
Drummer for it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyway, so he was, and then he basically told me, and this is Stan we're talking about, that Blink-182. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can see watching them for maybe 2 hours or whatever. They had some good stuff. And he goes, but for Alkaline Trio, no, I can't take the singer. He's not a good one.
And you're like, well, funny thing about that, now he's in Blink-182.
Yeah. Well, no, I think he realizes that now, but he never heard a song of Alkaline Trio or anything like that.
How's that possible? How long has he been your friend?
I mean, I was like, how do you not like this singer, but you're gonna like this high-pitched, whiny singer? Like, he sings like the Newfound Glory guy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I mean,
Fucking millennials.
that's what I said. I was like, is this that fucking millennial thing? And then he didn't respond to that part, but then because I think the last time you had mentioned that, he's like, I'm not a millennial. I go,
He is, though.
I was like, you kind of are, but I think he teeter-totters on.
He's on the cusp.
Ew. Yeah, he's on the cusp.
Yeah, because, like, my kids are millennials.
Yeah.
And he's not much older than my kids.
He's gonna be 28.
He's gonna be 28?
Yeah.
Gonna be 28. Yeah. My kids are...
So he's a millennial.
That's funny. Yeah, he is. Totally is. Because this year, in a couple months, my kids will be 24 and 25.
You know what I am? Generation X.
Ugh. You know what I am? Generation who gives a shit.
But you know, the only reason why I bring that up is because that Survivor. Do you watch Survivor?
No, Sean wanted to watch that specifically because it was Gen Xers versus...
Yeah, and it's funny as shit.
Who is it? It's Gen Xers versus who?
Millennials.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
And so the Gen X, they're like, it ranges from ages 33 to 62. And I was like, God, get the fuck out of here.
62?
Yeah.
I thought those were baby boomers.
Right? Isn't that what that is?
Jesus Christ. Why does every generation have to have a name?
I don't know.
It was Gen X, and then what was after that? Gen Y?
Wait, so what's after Gen Y? So then I'm Gen Y? No.
I think you're Gen Y, and then it's millennials, right?
Right? What's a Gen Y?
Gen Y is
That's the 10 years,
I guess.
like the 80s babies?
Sure. Yeah. And then Gen X is older than you. Like, your parents are Gen X. No, your parents are baby boomers. Who the fuck is Gen... I don't know, man.
You're a Gen X.
Fuck you.
Whoosh.
Yeah, you did say 62, right?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But I didn't say people that look 62.
Oh, shit. Like that one lady who was smoking with her windows rolled up.
Yeah, she looks 62. She will be 62 in 2 years.
At the same time, we're all 17, 24.
Both.
Would be awesome giving a police sketch.
She was black. No, wait, she was white. Wait, but it was dark. So how do you know? Well, there was a shadow. Oh, shit. She was a ginger? She was a redhead. She was missing teeth.
Oh, she's smiling in the dark?
What, I have something in my teeth?
Uh-huh.
I don't even eat anything yet.
What?
Okay, get this. I drank a beer
Yay!
just like 30 minutes ago.
Wait, was it a beer or was it an ice house?
It was a beer. It was something else.
Okay. And you peed 4 times already, and now
peed
you're
twice,
like, I gotta
and
pull
now
over.
I
I have to pee real bad, right? Yeah.
Do you have it?
No!
Oh.
Because I'm a goddamn adult.